Welcome to Columbus, Ohio, and the venerable Horseshoe, home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, a place that's home to such legendary names as Archie, Woody, Zeke, and Stroud. The calendar has been circled for both teams in this one. Two of college football's elite, ready to go head-to-head in a top-5 showdown. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the 4th-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Buckeyes will kick it off to get us underway. He'll bring it out. It's Whittington. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Touch pass on the run. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
You know, you toss the ball to the running back to get him away from all the big boys, right? Now stay away from the beef. Those guys get you on the ground with one meat hook. Do a good job tossing the ball in the brim. But goodness gracious, has to break one tackle, just fighting as hard as he can to try to get positive yards, but too many guys coming after him too quickly.
And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down.
Ooh, that's a nice throw. Great accuracy there. And when you think about Oregon quarterbacks, I know we think about guys running around a little bit, but think back to guys like Dan Fouts, A.J. Feely. How about that name? Joey Harrington, of course, Justin Herbert. These guys could thread the needle from the pocket, make all the throws. This guy here reminds me a little bit of that.
And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. No matter what uniform the Ducks are rocking, they are dressed for success on the ground.
Yeah, and that's who they are, right? They're dressed for success. They run the football, and then after that, what do? They run it some more, and they run it fast. Every Oregon team always been built on that tempo and ground game.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They'll ride the hot hand. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
He makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Looking downfield, it's Gabriel. Got his man on the right. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Dialing up a second down pass play. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon!
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fair catch called for and made. First down here for the offense. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Dropping back, it's Howard. Quickly complete. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
Obviously, 3rd downs are so critical because you get an extra chance to wear that defense out. Great job by the offense. Great job by the quarterback completing the pass, getting the first down, moving the sticks, fresh set of down, continue to wear on this defense.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Got out of trouble and throws. Oh, picked off. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45.
Man, that is picture-perfect cover 0. When I play cover 0, I'm bringing pressure, and that ball's going to come out. Look at the defense. Ready for that ball to come out of the quarterback's hand. Nice job breaking on the football and going and making the interception.
They're testing the right side here. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. The Ducks in the hurry-up. Handoff to the lone back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down.
I think you run that play on 2nd down knowing it's going to make 3rd down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know 3rd down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Only able to pick up a yard before he stopped, and now it's 4th and 3.
Man, that's a really good job by the defense because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Grabs it in the middle. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. He needed to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. To the air, it's Gabriel. Looking to the big tight end. Wide open downfield. So close to that end zone, he can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
First and goal. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Oregon 7, Ohio State 0.
They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll try to blast their way in. He just never got started going forward. A huge loss of 8 on the play.
And you don't always see tosses into the boundary. Most people want to go to the wide side of the field. Defense was ready. Not as much space when you go wide out there, but more importantly, defense doing a great job winning, setting the edge, running to the football, shutting the toss down.
They'll keep it on the ground, right up the gut, looking for 6. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. So that drive covered just 44 yards. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run.
Ohio State 0.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Looking to pass, it's Howard. Hubs it downfield. Working on the right. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm. What better way than converting on third down? Awesome job by the quarterback getting towards the catch.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, boom, and making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
Off play action. Scrambling away. Trying to make magic with his feet. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. They've got them then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Out of the gun to give to the back. Pushes forward for 3 out to the 13.
Sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to them, and it forced the incompletion.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And the Ducks line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. The accuracy is perfect, the loft, the aim, like the perfect golf shot. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this when ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. The lead's not insurmountable, just down 14-0, but David, you don't score here, and it could get a little tricky fast.
If you don't score here, if you don't possess the football and put something together to give your defense a little bit of a blow, it's not the ideal start. But it ain't like this game's late in the football game. Create some momentum here in the second quarter.
Yeah, momentum's a real thing in college football. This team needs the juju to get going. That first quarter is one they'd love to forget, so find your best playmakers now. Get them isolated, get them the football, and let them go to work.
The give to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, it's Howard. Moving out of the pocket. Trying to escape and get it himself. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
To the ground to try to move the chains. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. And the Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. An easy call to go for it, and easier after you make it.
Yeah, we've seen it from this offense, too, throughout the season. In these types of situations, they just believe that they can make the play and they can get the push up front. And that's exactly what happened on them.
Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
Trying to beat the D deep. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guys. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
Crosses the 30, he's got away. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. So he gets stuffed on first down, and now you have the offensive coordinator thinking a little bit.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to throw it now on this second play. But what are we going to see defensively? Now that they know we're throwing, might they blitz us? Do I have to leave more guys in to block? There's a real cat and mouse game going on right now between these two coaching staffs.
The pull and throw off the RPO. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Got it behind the line. It's James. Discards him with the stiff arm. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
And more yards after contact.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, and they corral the ball so they avoid the turnover, but man, did they lose a chunk of yardage. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Back to throw, it's Howard. Time to take a shot. It's complete. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute. You've got to lock in.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The run from the shotgun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
3rd and long situation. They try to go screen. I think they were hoping it was going to be a big zone and they could get those offensive linemen down the field, but the defense sniffed it out, forcing the incompletion.
On 4th down, going to the air. Fires into traffic, picked off. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Buckeyes! How about that D coming up with a play like that? This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender. Seeing that ball in the end zone, eyes get big as saucers, go, jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
And he tacks on the extra point. So the first half has come to a close. We'll take a break and head over to the halftime show. The Ducks will kick it away to crank up the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Ballard. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get to the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
The incompletion brings us to 2nd and 10. Wide receiver shows motion. Looking downfield, it's Howard. Might be looking to run. Still on his feet at the 45. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Throws to the wideout. And it's picked off for the 4th time today.
And this safety is a ball hawk. He's a playmaker. Not only have we seen him get involved in the running game and make tackles playing downfield, but he plays the center field position as well as anybody in college football, and you saw it right there.
Little touch pass to the receiver. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
The Ducks keeping this defense off balance. They can hit them from a variety of angles, this time going up top.
Yeah, so many things to look at. You know, they've always traditionally gone fast as well in the past at Oregon, but, you know, the quarterback run and the run up the middle and then play-action pass, they keep you guessing a lot, and they make a lot of plays down the field because your eyes are focused on something they shouldn't be focused on. And that's a really good job by this defense because, remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made it run out of bounds.
This quarterback is so lucky that ball wasn't picked off. Of course, he threw a pick on the last drive, and this one the defender dropped. This quarterback's got to get his act together.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Hand off from the shotgun. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the 1st down at the 34-yard line.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
To the ground. He's got it again. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
Feeling some heat. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down. And this crowd loves a good pass rusher in the line of Chase Young, the Bosa's, Jim still wagging. The Buckeyes can get after the quarterback.
Yeah, and when the crowd's going nuts like it does in the shoe, it just makes it easier to rush the pass. So the snap count is silent, it's predictable, and then you pin your ears back, and that's why they've had so many great pass rushers at Ohio State.
So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. He's going to have to break out the Thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. The Ducks will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And he can't quite get it down or out of bounds. It's into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
The give to the tailback. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. It's Howard. Pocket starts to collapse. And the defense gets to the quarterback. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Pressure coming. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
This was one of the keys to the game. Could this quarterback, could he extend plays and then make throws in scramble situations? That time, the defense was able to get to him and bring him down for a huge loss.
Bringing it back, it's Johnson. He's got great speed. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Running backs on either side of the quarterback. Looking for a gap. It's Whittington. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback will audible. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Whittington. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. After the short completion, let's see if they go back to the air. Caught in the backfield, it's James. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Listen, if I'm a QB, 2nd down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable 3rd down, but when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Bring in the heat. Oh, look out! Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up 1st and goal. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. Looking for a man. It's Gabriel. He's got the tight end. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Running back goes in motion. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Gets away. Touchdown, Oregon! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th. Just blinding speed. Speed that almost paralyzes defenders.
When you got a quarterback with that much speed, you got to find tricky ways to put more speed on the field, spy the quarterback with somebody that's really, really fast. And even when you do, a lot of times he still makes plays because he's that dang fast and that explosive.
He'll return it. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time.
And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. He'll try to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great...
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. To the air, it's Gabriel. Tight end finds a soft spot. Takes it all the way down to the floor after making the grab, and they're set up.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. He has an extensive juke library, and he exhausted it and still didn't pick up much.
And how about the response from this defense? Put in a horrible situation, horrible field position. Jesse, they bowed their necks 3 times in a row.
Yeah, and it's a sudden change situation. They practice that all week. You never know when they're going to come up, but you have to have guys on the field playing with a sense of urgency. This has been awesome defensively.
Right down the boulevard, it's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake.
He'll take a deep shot here. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. This time it's complete. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. The Buckeyes moving quickly to the line.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this...
And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which colored jerseys they're wearing? And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly...